Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Welcome on into the stream. Hope everybody's having a good night. It's nice and chill tonight. I think there's another big lag between when I actually do something to when you guys see it again, like last weekend, so it's gonna be fun again. Anyways, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Come on in, everybody sit down, relax. Roll up your preferred method. RGZ, how you doing, my friend? Welcome in. Brett's Garden, always living the dream, buddy, always. How was the weather in your end, Brett? I had some pretty cold weather this week. We were hitting we actually hit the minus 50 this week. My truck at work, the gas tank froze. It was like jello. We couldn't even get it started. What a week. It was entertaining anyways. JB, my friend, welcome in, welcome in. How you doing tonight? But yeah, to say the least, it wasn't fun to be working in that weather, that's for sure. Still a little cold today, but not as bad. Only minus 28. Only. Oh yeah, you've had good weather? Yeah, hopefully it's coming my way. Cold as well for you, age 4GZ. Right on, JP. You had a great weekend? That's good. It's good. What'd you end up doing? Oh, something did. I got my pH pen early. It came in Friday, or no, sorry, it came in yesterday instead of, it was supposed to come in on Tuesday. So I tested my pH pen to compare it to my old one, and my old one was off by about 0.50. And not only that, when I actually put the pH down into my water to put the pH down, the new pH pen reacted right away, and the old one barely even moved. So this pH pen has been messing me up, I'm sure, and that's probably why I got some of the problems I have right now with my DWC. So hopefully we'll get this figured out. JP, big family gathering. Cover bands. Right on, my friend. Glad you had a good time. Brett, you cut down your first crop of the year? Right on, my friend. Would you end up cutting down the Skittles one? All right, so what are we going to talk about tonight? I just talked about my new pH pen, so that I had a sneaky feeling that it wasn't the pH pen. Gorilla Skittles, okay, that's what you harvested. How's my voice level tonight? Is it a good level? Last week everybody said it was kind of low, so I just want to make sure everybody can hear me. Yeah, you find JP Skittles seeds are hard to find right now. First plant you do in hydro is all about learning. After that, you'll get in a groove. Yeah, probably, Brett. I'm sure my second grow will go a little bit better, smoother, smoother, than the first one did. And it's not that the first this grow is going bad. It's just I just hit this problem all of a sudden, right? So, like I said, the pH pen wasn't helping. So, hopefully now that I'm going to be doing the proper pH, that'll help things for sure. Still low volume, eh? I don't want to put it too loud because then I'm going to be blowing your ears out. Everything sounds good for you guys? Okay, okay. Well, I turned it up a little bit just just for shits and giggles. No, AJP, you can't find any Skittles pure seeds anywhere? All right, everybody ready for a puff? I'm 3 edibles in, so I'm ready to go. That was making me think of the first time I made edibles, and I was making brownies, and I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing. And usually when you're making brownies without the special sauce in it, right, you end up licking the bowl and stuff like that, and I did that, and man, I was out of it. I was out of it for a good 6-7 hours, I'm telling you. It hit me hard. That was my first experience with edibles. Or my first experience making my own edibles. Yeah, Brett, JP could most definitely do it himself. Just make it himself. I think he's got enough projects on the go, though. All right, so what did everybody do for the weekend? I didn't do too much. Just the regular chores. Groceries, shoveling, all that kind of stuff. Speaking of edibles, I have to make some for tincture, more tincture. There you go, buddy. Yes, what's everybody smoking on tonight? I am smoking on rocket fuel. So what are you guys smoking on? But I figured, JP, you got a lot of projects on the go right now, so I figured you'd be a little busy. All right. We all want to have a look at the garden. Candy Cartel. Ooh, that one sounds not bad. Never heard of that one before. Oh, some botched wine hash in the middle. That must be sweet. I like myself some botched wine. It's a good strain. No more doctor appointments, AJP. You can have your edibles again. Nice. All right, my friends. Cheers. Not too bad for the cough. Ready to see the gardens, eh, Brett? All right. Let's have a look. Start off with the DWC, since that's what we've been having a problem with. And they've actually perked up a bit today, so droopiness isn't as bad as it was. But not really any new growth yet to really see if there's anything new coming in, how it's looking. So, but I do need to give her a good defoliation. They're getting pretty thick in here, so I'll do that this week. But she's responding to the lower feed. I reduced the feed from the water change that I did the last couple of days ago. When did you ask me, Brett? Friday? Something like that. So, anyways. So they're looking not too bad. Like I said, they've perked up a bit. They're looking a little bit better. Once we start to see some new growth coming in and see how that's looking, we'll judge from there. All right, let's go see the other ones. And here we are. Which one is this one again? Alaskan Do-si-do. And we are day 57, day 58. So what I want to do tonight is I'm going to clean her up. We'll take her out in front of the camera and we'll clean her up in front of the computer. Just to, get some light to the lower bud sites and stuff like that, to the lower canopy. But she's looking pretty good. She's got good color. A little bit droopy right now, but that's okay. I just gave him the watering today, so. And over here in the season tent. No, not Alaskan Do-si-do. We just saw Alaskan Do-si-do. Critical Purple Kush. And she's right at the net here. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this one a good cleaning tonight as well. And because it's just before. This is probably going to be the last chance I'm going to get her out from underneath the screen. So that's what I'll do with that tonight. So we'll get set up, and that's what I'll do in a few minutes. There we go. Yeah, but you're going to be able to make it into the zone after? I know, it was kind of lonely last weekend. It was just me and Eric. We were sitting there by ourselves. Oh well. We had a good chat. Just Blaze, welcome in, my friend. How you doing? How you doing? It's like walking into your basement, eh, Brett? Tents everywhere? Yeah. If my wife had her way, there'd be a couple less, and if I had my way, there'd be a couple more, so. All right, so I'm gonna get set up, and we'll start defoliating those plants. Thanks, JP. It looks like I've kind of gotten the issue under control. Like I said, they're bouncing back a bit, but we'll see with the markings on the leaves and all that and how they end up going. Happy grower, what's up, my friend? How you doing tonight? Did you start getting your trellis net put together yet? No, we never win the good fight with the wife. All right, let's get some of these out of here. Actually, we'll get a bucket, be right back. I just wanted to basically get the big leaves out of the way so we can get some light to the lower parts. I'm gonna clean up the bottom here with all the dead leaves. They're not doing nothing anyway, so. Got half the parts happy? All right, well, let me know when you're ready to put it together. I'll give you a hand if you need it. So as I was talking earlier, some of you that are just coming into the chat, I got my new pH pen in and I was comparing it to my old one and it was off by 0.5. It was too high by 0.5, my old one. And so I checked it and I added some pH down into the water. And the new pH pen reacted right away to it, and the new one just sat there and barely budged. So that could be some of my issues that's been going on. So how's everybody's weekend been? All the newcomers, how your weekend been? I had an eventful weekend, like always. Usually my weekends are for relaxing and YouTube stuff. Yeah, Note 4G. All right, brother. Thanks for showing up, my friend. Peace out. Have a good night. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Brett. Something like that. But either way, I got a new one, so now we know. now we know the readings will be proper, anyways. It's calibrated and everything and ready to go. So my next water change, we'll see. Actually, I'm going to take a look later into the hydro buckets and see what the pH is. Yeah, rainwater's nice to use just ways. I wish I could use rainwater all the time. That's why I like growing out at the cottage, because it's natural, right? It's either from the lake or it's from the rain. Trying to look busy, Brett? Is that for the wife's sake? You never know, just Blaze. Doesn't hurt to try it out, man. Check your pH and see if it makes a difference. But again, there's that saying, if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? So everybody got any big plans coming up? I got to book my vacation today for work, so I got all my weeks booked for the year. Now I'll know when I'll be spending time out at the cottage, so that's coming very quickly. I noticed tonight that it's starting to stay a little bit lighter out, a little bit more every night. I think we're almost at 5:45, 10 to 6, where it's still light out, so we're not doing too bad. All right, that's not too bad for this one. I think I'll bring it back and I'll go grab the other one. Is that your plan for the summer, Brett? To get as much fishing in as you can? My goal is to have a good grow and a good harvest that I don't mess up. Yeah, JP, thanks. I did. I agree. I did nail it. It's just the storing part that I messed up. And it's too bad because that was a lot of product to lose. Okay, you're talking about ice fishing, Brett. You try and get out as much as you can for ice fishing. I don't do too much ice fishing myself. We don't get out to the cottage too often in the winter time. We don't have a snowmobile, which we kind of need. Once I'm done this, I got something that just for us to talk about. The mess of the plant that we smoke. So once I'm done this, we'll go over that. How's everybody doing out there? Are we ready for another puff? No sled nickling. I'm from the north. Well, not everybody in the north has a sled. We do have to get one though. It is part of the plan eventually. Cheers, my friends. Am I close to Lake Simcoe? No. I'm trying to think of a landmark that you would know. The only way I can say it is without saying where I actually am is I'm about 8.5 hours from Toronto. A drive heading northeast. So any famous lakes around by where I am? Yeah, a couple, but I don't know if you guys would know them. What's up, Dottie 420? How you doing tonight, my friend? Thank you, thank you. There we go. This has opened up pretty good now. Now all these lower parts will start coming up. And we'll start working on the screen. All right. All right, got those cleaned up. Looking not too bad. All right, so let's look at these mists that I was talking about. Myth 1. All plants are the same. Let me know what you guys think about that. I'm pretty sure we all have the same opinion. Howdy, you got some fabric pots? Is that your first time getting fabric pots, or? That's your take on the myth, Brett? Nope, that's the answer. I pretty much agree. It's you know, you got your different indicas and sativas, and some have better terpenes, some have better cannabinoids. Some are easier to grow in certain environments. So no, it's a big no. Myth number 2: more nutrients means better growth. Pretty sure we're all going to have the same answer to this one as well. No, I was talking about you and the RDWC right now. Oh, because I actually have fabric pots going on in the other tents. Exactly. Just believes two clones from same mother grown in two different environments will express themselves differently. Yeah, I think we all kind of agree that more nutrients obviously doesn't mean better growth. We know that you're going to end up with nutrient burn and all that crap. So follow your nutrient plan on that you get with your nutrient line, and judge from there. Number 3: flushing plants isn't necessary. What's nutrients? Yeah, you're the organic grower, right, Just Blaze? You have a, what is it? I forget what they're called now. You have the garden bed, right? Two clones from the same mother, grown in the same medium, could what? Happy? Yeah, Brett, you think flushing's a myth? You don't think there's any point to it? Yeah, I'm kind of the same way, JP. I only I reuse my soil, and I don't really flush. Express themselves differently. I figured you were trying to say something like that. Yes, autopots and living soil. That's what I was trying to think. That's what happens when you hear 3 edibles in. All right, so Flushing, I don't know. I think it depends on the person. You're saying where people flush in soil because they have a nutrient lockout or something like that, and it works for them. I don't know. Everybody's a little bit different, I guess. Everybody does things differently. Yeah, man. Here's another silly one. Plants only grow in hot climates. You're pretty adamant about that, eh, Brett? With the no flushing? Your button was stuck, eh? Happy? Okay. Yeah, I try and do the same thing, just blaze. I grow with dry amendments most of the time, so that's what I usually tend to try and time it. But then it's a little bit harder to overfeed that way. That way you're just giving water at the end, you're not dosing it with more nutrients. I heard that other term called leaching. I think, was it leaching? Instead of flushing, where you just gradually reduce the nutrient feed as you keep watering, as you get closer to your plant finishing up. I think that's what it was called. I can't remember. If it was true, I would live on a rock, eh? Exactly. We do grow some plants up here in the cold weather, so we do have a leaching. Yes, yes, that's what I was thinking of. Thank you. So quite clearly, the statement's wrong. Plants don't only grow in hot climates. We obviously grow here outside, outdoors here up in Canada, and we do quite fine. Sometimes it's close, but we do quite fine. All right, here's another one. You don't need proper lighting. Just sunlight from a window is enough. John Alamos, how you doing, my friend? How's your night been? Welcome, welcome. I reuse my soil, so I like to have the high bloom elements like potassium and phosphorus at its minimal. I agree, Just Blaze. That's a good way of doing it. Yeah, everybody's been talking about John. Quit. Stop talking about him now. So this one, I don't know. I think you can start a seedling in the windowsill for, I don't know, 2-3 weeks maybe. But to not have a proper light, or to not have it actually all in the light, out in the sunlight, and just in the windowsill, I don't know. My wife don't allow me my plants to grow in warm conditions. She likes it cold, does she? What do you guys think? Just sunlight from the window is enough, or I don't think so. I think maybe only for a certain stage, and then that's it. You gotta have proper lighting. Whether it's putting it outdoors in intense light from the sun, or putting it into a tent with LED lighting. Uh, Number 6. Smoking wet weed is fine. This one I have to say, yeah. I don't know if it'll harm you, but I don't know how great it'll be. I don't know. Yeah, again, everybody's different, so I've never smoked wet weed, so. Oh yeah, just Blaze, you've cloned successfully with your cloner right by the sunlight, by the window in the sunlight? Huh. That's what I'm saying. Like, well, I'm sure a certain stage, it's okay. You'll be able to have growth and stuff like that, but I'm sure you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna need more. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Dottie, you can veg. Yeah, true, Brett. Can be done, just not what we're looking for. I know I won't be doing it anytime soon. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It's not fine. It's saying wet, uncured cannabis contain mold or mildew, making it unsafe to consume. Improperly dried weed can also burn unevenly and taste harsh. All right, so I think we're all on the same page about that. Come on. All right. Now, I think I know a couple people's answers in the chat for this already. But I'll say there's benefits to both. Each have their pros and cons. JP, I grew a pair of Grew a plant in the picture window, but spider mites. Small buds, not very good results. Yeah, I wouldn't think you would get good results. Want no comments on if plants grow better in hydroponics than in soil? Brett? I know you'll have a comment. What I was waiting for. All hail hydro. Hydro harder? I don't know. Yes and no. I say harder because of the water changes. Because especially right now, because the plant's so big, and I got to pull them out and move it to another bucket to change out the water. So in that aspect, yes, I think it's harder. But besides that, you're just doing water changes, mixing your nutrient feed, and just letting it go and keeping an eye on it that it doesn't run out before you have to do another water change. So it is fairly simple. Myth number 8. Male plants are useless. All right, Just Blaze. Thanks, brother. Thanks for coming out. Have a good night. We'll talk to you after. Yeah, it seems like there's a bit of lag going on, Brett. Seems to be quite a bit of a lag from when I do something and you guys respond to it. Brett does both. Are you snitching on him, John? As far as male plants being useless, I don't think they're useless. And again, depends on what your goals are. So, you're looking to breed, obviously, you want a male plant because you need the pollen. But if you're not breeding, and you end up with a male plant, you don't want that, right? You want girls because you want the buds, you want the flower. Besides that, I think there are things you can make out of male plants, like having to do with hemp and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure. And I think you can make creams out of them and stuff like that. Myth number 9. Big buds always mean high THC. And that's a bit of a myth. That's a big myth. Because you have big buds doesn't mean you're going to have good high THC. All right, JP, you have to take off. Have a good night. Thanks for coming out, my friend. We'll see you next week. Yeah, I'm seeing a big lag on the comments as well. It's I'm putting things up on the screen and you guys aren't commenting until about a couple of minutes later, so we got some lag going on. Guess my internet's not working that great tonight. You having a hard time, Brett? There are some codes in the chat that you guys can use to just fool around. Yeah, we must be really laggy tonight. No, I agree, Brett. The bigger the bud does not determine the amount of THC. Depends on genetics, growing conditions. Some small dense buds can be more potent than the larger ones. All right, let's check out the last one. Burning during flower will kill the plant. Yeah, it looks that way, Brett. It's there's a bit of a lag. It's quite a bit of a lag. So we'll do this last myth and then we'll call it a night since the stream is lagging a lot. Then we'll all head up the chill zone for a smoke sesh. Yeah, we're about 60 seconds behind. On my stream that it's showing on YouTube, it's showing you guys behind. You're only on myth number 1. Here we are on number 10. All right, Brett, we'll see you in the zone. Well, I'll be there in a few minutes. All right, anyways, pruning during flower will not kill your plant. Obviously, you don't go overboard, but you do selective pruning. You know, clearing leaves out of way of bud sites so that the light can hit the bud site. But besides that, pruning and flower will not kill your plant. If you overdo it, then yes, it's going to be harmful to your plant. But besides that, pruning's all right. All right, John. I'll ask you in the zone. All right, my friends. We're having a lot of lag on the stream, so we're gonna call it a night. We're heading into my Discord to do a session in the chill zone. If you'd all like